Hi, I'm Mary Mazur. Welcome. We are in episode 8, and today the episode is Let Patience Gift You in Wonder. It's okay to slow down. All right, so we're going to be talking about patience and quite a bit about impatience because that is the opposite. And we do live in a polarity universe. We live where there's a diversity of all here, and there's a spectrum of all here. So, how beautiful that we can take this time to open up and when we will be able to embrace patience and the gift that it is offering us in each moment, then we can literally change our funk to fun. Because it does take a bit of patience when you are working with your funk, that's for sure. Absolutely, because sometimes it has to go in layers, sometimes it needs to go in pieces and levels. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Woohoo. So it is actually kind of pretty funny that I will be talking about patience today because I was actually probably one of the worst at patience throughout my life until I learned Psyche, the gift of Psyche, and I will definitely be sharing about the gift of Psyche. So before Psyche, let's see, 13 years ago, I was a very impatient person. Oh, heck yeah. In fact, these lines still show it sometimes, my impatience. I'll be like, ooh, my face is still working on relaxing that face, knowing I have all the time in the world, and that patience is actually a beautiful gift for us. Okay, so let's uncover what patience is, the gifts it has, and actually, with doing that. So the gift of patience, when you are able to be patient and to have patience, you'll be amazed how much better you'll feel. That's one of the best gifts it offers you. Oh, heck yeah. Because patience, the expression of patience and the feeling you have, the emotion you have when you are in the vibration of patience will just let you know that you also are in a high vibration, which means you are in more of a higher level of consciousness. You are vibrating more in your love. And your love is everything, okay? It really is. And this is the gift we have on earth, that we are discovering what that means to be our love, to be the love of who you are, and to allow that to flow through you from the divine universe, divine consciousness that unconditionally loves us and offers for us our free will choice of anything. Okay, so we get to choose whether we're going to rush in life and hurry, 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 or we're going to learn the gift of slowing down a bit, the gift of understanding everything has a season, everything has a time cycle, and that we actually create time here on earth. Now, how about that one, huh? Yeah. Yeah, time is actually made up. How funny is that? Many of us may not even realize that, but yeah, it actually is. It's part of our consciousness that we agreed here on earth to believe that there's a past, a present, and a future. And the gift with that is that it gives us a timeline. It gives us a way to actually experience things in stages or in evolution, in a growing or a contracting ways. And with that, many times, many of us, especially born in the 20th century, got inundated with a lot of fears. Okay, I know I sure did. Oh, heck yeah. And I would guess that everyone else listening here, you might have too. Yes, that we were indoctrinated with that it's not really safe here. That's the biggest one. When you don't feel safe, your body will actually signal electrical signals, and it will signal hormones for your fight, flight, or freeze response. Okay, and we will be diving in a little more with that because that is how our physical body, the mechanism, will respond to things. So if you are in fear about something, scared about something, it will automatically shift you into an impatient state of mind. Okay. And the reason that is because it now feels limited, and it feels like it's in a survival mode. It feels like it has to do something to help you either get away from the danger. Right. Yeah, exactly. Help yourself survive. Okay, that's really the biggest one. So in that, it does rush things, because like if a saber-toothed tiger were chasing you, it's not the time to be in the Zen moment and just be in bliss. Yeah, you're gonna need to be able to react and do something, okay, and respond, and that's what it will kick in. So whether it is to actually run, or fight, or even freeze, where actually maybe the freezing is actually the appropriate way to be. So your body is going to automatically has these programs in there at the subconscious level of the mind. Yeah. We embodied our beliefs the first 7 years of life, and that's what's running our lives. Yes, it is. And we got those from our parents and caregivers and those that influenced us in those younger years. The gift is listening to this talk today, you will learn about Psych K. Psych-K is a process. It's a tool that we can use that helps us change any of these self-limiting beliefs, like fear, like feeling that we're fear, that then creates that impatience within us, to just into our peace, into a high level of peace and non-attachment. Yeah. So if you are at peace, even if something that you used to be afraid of and now you can be at peace with it, and now you will feel like time is opening up for you. You will actually be able to step into the now moment where there is no time. Yeah, and that is where the secret is with patience. It is this now moment, in this moment where you're fully conscious, you're fully present, you're fully living and being and feeling. Yes, there actually is no time. And in that, it's such an opening. And with that, you can then begin, your body will begin to relax. You'll actually notice how you feel. You'll actually begin to feel better. You'll be like, oh, wow. Yeah. When there is no danger, when there is no triggers of fear, when you have all the time, where everything is so open, where there actually is no time, where it just is beautiful, then the beautiful gifting pieces come in that you can begin to experience and cultivate, and then begin to actually help yourself be in more of these states than the fear state or the impatient states. And these states is that you again begin to feel open and trusting, accepting, even allowing yourself to surrender and just let go, accept what is, all these beautiful pieces. We all are being called to move into this step, this way now. Yeah. And with the gift of Psyche, it allows you to become what we call whole brain, in a whole brain state, which means your left and right hemispheres of your brain will actually connect together and work together in a harmony, in a unity. And that's your masculine and feminine sides of you. Yes. So that you can actually respond from your full potential, your whole essence of who you are and your love. And this is when the patience can come in, where you actually can feel like you have all the time in the world, that you have all positive possibilities in the world. Because many times when we are impatient, there's pretty much three big caveats that will instigate impatience, the opposite of patience. The first is fear, that if you are afraid of something, then the impatience is going to come right beside it, next to it. The next one would be with the fears that if you feel very restricted or limited in your time, if you feel like you don't have time, that you don't have enough time, you're just rushed or you're constrained in your time, then believe me, the impatience comes in fast. I'll share some stories about my life about that. Heck yeah, and you can feel it, right? Because in your mind and in your reality, you really do believe that you don't have the time. So then that's why you're feeling impatient and you're rushing or you're stressing or you're making things happen. You're having your masculine overrule yourself and not allowing your feminine to also come up beside it. The feminine part of you is the part of you that invites your patience. Because it is the part of you that is deeply connected with your divinity. It is the part of you with your intuition. It's the beingness. It's the now moment, being in the openness, accepting what is, and feeling safe and knowing everything is okay and open, right? Yeah, absolutely. The masculine can also feel those things too. It's just the masculine's the doer part of you. So the masculine role within you is the part that says, all right, I'm going to take action. I'm going to execute. I'm going to focus. It's more of the individualized self within you. It's the more of believing that you're separate from others. It does believe that there's a past and a future and that you have to navigate to create those goals and to be able to, execute and, accomplish things, which is actually beautiful. And the real gift here is that the two are meant to work together. Okay. We aren't meant to just have one and not the other. We're meant to actually have both. What will happen though, when we are stressed, when we're in a lot of stress or fear comes in, is that we will overemphasize one or the other. And typically it'll be in that masculine energy where we have to either fight, flight, run away, or freeze. Yeah, or there's going to take some type of action, things that we will do so that we can survive and move forward. Yeah. But in this time, we are moving out of that survival energy that was from the 20th century and before, all those thousands of years. Yes, where that was just how things had to be run. Where now we're being called into a new age. We are in the Aquarian age with this 2000 turning point, and now we're 23 years into it, just upticking into a beautiful new way of being. And that is one where we get to step into the now moment. We get to feel safe. How beautiful is that? We get to know that we have all the time in the world, know that we're good enough, we're worthy enough of valuing whatever we do with our time, with the things that we do while we're here and experience here. And this is the gift that you can give yourself if and when you are ready to open up to use the tool Psych K. Yeah, because that's what I did. And I'm so grateful. And I'm here to help offer this for you. Yes, because 13 years ago, before I learned Psych K, I had no clue about any of this stuff at all. No, I was running, going, raising 4 kids, working night shift as a birth nurse, very active in like the disability community and all kinds of other organizations that I love to help and do. And yet I was stressed out beyond measure, and I was extremely impatient. And a lot of that impatience came in with a lot of judgment. I judged myself all the time. I was very critical with myself, and you might be too. And that's just the conditioned love that we were taught when we were younger. Oh, if you do this, then you'll be loved. It's this trying to please people, or wanting, you just want things to become better. I know I definitely like that. And then we'll overextend, we'll overgive, we'll compensate in ways that we actually lose ourselves. And then we end up getting very stressed and even critical, judgmental. And if we don't even do it with ourselves, which we probably do, we definitely will end up doing it with other people. And then you start complaining about other people. And then all of a sudden the whole outside world begins to really bug you a lot. Is that happening to you at all? Good question, right? If it is, it's actually here for you. Yes, it is. Because if those things happen where you're impatient, or you're judging yourself, or you're rushing instead of being able to live in the now moment in peace, love, and joy, it just means that you have self-limiting beliefs that are just running the show right now. And they're letting you know that they are active and that they are kicking in because it's coming into your life. Yeah. If it's actually happening in your life, you can even thank it. If you're able to recognize it, that's everything. Because then you actually have the awareness, that you're recognizing it, which is super huge. Because once you do, you can have the courage and the willingness to actually change it. Yeah, you really can, literally. So the gift is, especially with impatience, if you're noticing that you have been impatient or just been short with people, I know for myself, people would be talking and I would interrupt them while they're talking. I would talk so fast, just and go. Everything was fast for me in my world, and it was because I had so many like fears, and I didn't feel safe here, and it was just a program that was running at my subconscious level, and that just came out in my behavior and in my words and things like that. So people would just be talking, and I would be the big interrupter, and I'm like, what the heck is that all about, right? Yeah. If any of you listening are doing that too, it's okay. It's just what you're doing. And the gift is you're going to be able to learn what you can do to change that. And we do need to take a short break. When we come back, we will be diving in more of how Psych K can help us with this impatience of any time that we have. Yes, we're talking about patience today. And the gift here is allowing ourselves to let patience bring in the wonder of life. And so we definitely will be diving into about the wonder when we can see all the gifts that patience is actually here to bring for us. Okay. And that it is okay to slow down. So we'll be talking about, times if you're still rushing or doing too much, what you can do so that you can allow yourself to slow down. What a huge gift that is, right? Absolutely. So one piece with the patience is that we just talked about with fight and flight, that you might, if you're very impatient, then you'll be rushing. I know that's what I definitely stepped into very quickly and easily. that was my nature. I didn't even know any different. And that might have been for you too. You actually can change it. And that's the amazing part. With the gift of Psych-K is a tool that helps you change beliefs at the subconscious level of the mind. And with that, I was able to change perceptions about fear, the fears that I had within me, or fears that I didn't feel safe. And I've done that in many layers, many levels. A lot of us have many aspects that we just definitely don't feel safe here, or that it's not a friendly place here. And this is huge for you to actually change this at the subconscious level. Many of us will do it at the conscious level and think that that's going to help by like maybe saying affirmations or some willpower to try and see how you can just consciously change some behaviors. And then many times what will happen is we'll fall back to our old habits again, or old patterns again. And if you're noticing that, it's okay. It's just letting you know that you just have programs running at the subconscious level of the mind. And especially fear. Because with fear is just an illusion. The only thing that is real is love, and it's your love and the love of the universe. And we come here to earth to experience the contrast, to experience the opposites, to experience all aspects and experiences of life. Yeah. In those, we go into densities. So into emotions, energy and motion, and thoughts that we will create. We get to create any thought that we want. Those thoughts are based on the beliefs we have. The beliefs we got when we were 0 to 7 years old from the ones who raised us. Yes. So, and the gift is you can change any of these. So this is super huge. Yeah. So if you did get fears and things that you're afraid of, think you're not fear, then the gift is you can do, and we'll talk at the end of this show about having a private session. You can have a private session where you can, right away make these changes. And it's all in your readiness. It's all in your recognition that you're tired of it. You want to make a change. That's everything. And then as long as it's safe and appropriate for you, because this is a spiritual process, then you'll be able to make those changes. So you'll be able to do like what I did. So instead of me thinking that this world was fearful and that it wasn't safe, and that I had to always be on guard and watch out. And then because of that, I was very impatient because I felt like I had to run or rush or get away from things. So that impatience just automatically triggered, like literally just about all the time. I had no idea that there was any other way of living. And we don't until we do change those beliefs. Because once you change those beliefs, your whole world will open up. My whole world opened up. It was actually really amazing. Because within me and in my body vessel now, I do feel safe. I know I am well. I know all is well. I know that good outcomes come. For many, they're waiting for the next shoe to drop. Is that how you say that? Next shoe to drop. That the worst next thing that could happen. So even in the calm times or when things are actually doing okay, there might be an aspect within you that's like, oh yeah, but what else is going to come? And you're always still being very, very alerted. That's how I lived. I was always alerted. No matter what, even when things are going really good, there was still an aspect that was always like as if I was still that Marine, like my dad raised me as, to just like, ooh, always on the lookout, always checking, for that. And if that's an aspect that you might have too, it's okay. It just means that we agreed to have those beliefs growing up, and then that they keep continuing until we actually recognize that, I think we're kind of done with that. Yeah, and that's what I'm so grateful is that when I did learn Psych-K, that I started addressing each of these things. So I started asking, so what don't I like in my life? What is bothering me or challenging me? And that's what I started to use. Everything that's bothering you, irritating you, or challenging you is actually here for you. Yeah, it's just getting your attention. It's letting you know the contrast of actually who you are or how your life could be. Wow. So when you do, and actually a little bit of patience could come in once you make these balance changes, is that with Psych-K, it's a simple tool that you use, and it's a very powerful tool, literally within minutes, that you literally reprogram your subconscious mind. Yeah. To have a new perception, to have a new program running. So instead of saying that it's scary here, it's dangerous here, I could get hurt here, how would you like to have a program that's like, I am safe here? Yeah. All is well. I create a beautiful, fun, abundant life. Yeah. These are the things you get to choose, and you get to pick whatever it is you would love to believe. And you'll be amazed when the patients can begin to come in with all of these, because what you're doing is you're leaving the land of fear and moving into the land of love, which is actually your true essence and the true essence of Mother Earth and the true essence of the universe. Yes, we actually are. We return home. We do. We return home. Yeah. And the home is actually within you. You are the love. You are. And when you can recognize anything that's happening in your life or that you're experiencing is that you are actually the creator of it based on the beliefs you have at the subconscious level of the mind. And that when you can have a tool like Psyche, you can change any of those beliefs so that you can begin to create a magnificent life. One where you are able to have patience, which means you are able to slow down. Yeah, you're able to begin to live in the now moment, to know that, wow, whatever is going to happen in the next moment is actually filled with excitement and wonder. Yeah, because we're not supposed to know what's in the unknown or what's in ahead of us here. No, we're not. And that can be a little scary for people. I get that. It was scary for me too. Absolutely. And the gift is, well, how about this? How would you like to change that? How would you like to be with the unknown, with what's out there, or what things are happening, or even wherever you have blocks or limitations? How would you like to know that you actually can change those? You can actually use them as a gift to help you receive a lesson or a message. What was it trying to teach you? What were you offering for yourself that you can grow and learn? Impatience has been a big teacher for me in my life, and it may have been for you too, or continues to be. And the gift is accept this gift. Thank it for showing up. Any impatience that you may be having with yourself or others or life or the world is actually here for you. It actually is. Absolutely. So ask yourself, all right, if I don't want to be impatient anymore, if I'd like to get rid of that, how do I want to be? How do I want to be instead of that? And let come in what you are ready to have and to experience and to believe here. Yeah. I know for me, when I made those changes, a big one was that I feel safe. That was super huge. That I know I'm wanted. That was another big one. I felt like there was something wrong with me, or that I wasn't good enough or couldn't do enough. I embodied a lot of those beliefs when I was younger. So even to change all of these beautiful pieces, being able to forgive. Forgiveness is a big one too. A lot of times we close our hearts, and it's just to protect ourselves because we got hurt. Whenever we get hurt, our internal processing system, our subconscious mind will help us protect us. And one of those is closing off our hearts. And a lot of times we jump into our minds and start thinking things, and we start thinking the worst things. And then that drives some impatience. How about that? Because when we're rushing now, and now we think there's a danger, all those hormones shoot out for the stress hormones, and it cascades again. Yeah. Would you like to change these? That's the key, right? Anytime any of these things come up, if you end up coming to a workshop with Psyche, you can use Psyche at any time. I use it many times throughout my day. Absolutely a miracle. And because I'm a Psyche instructor, I teach other people how to do this too. Yay! So guess what? This is the game changer. Yes, this is the secret and the game changer. That can literally transform your life. You can transform your life. Yes. So that you can live in more patience and be able to slow down. To allow yourself to enjoy each moment as if it's like a rain droplet coming down, or even a snowfall in the snowy area time too, where you get to literally just enjoy whatever experience you're having in each moment. That's the invitation of patience. Yes, because when you know you have all the time in the world, you're creating each moment, which is what creates time. You can set the pace. Yes. And with slowing down, all that means is that you're inviting your feminine energy to come up right beside your masculine energy. Yeah. So they can work together in unison, just like a dance. Yeah, just like a dance. Woohoo! And you might say, yeah, but what about this is happening though, and this is happening though, and blah, 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 right? That's the funk, right? Our mind will jump in, and it will try and swing on in the doubt, the lack of trust, the fear. Fear will attempt to creep in. If you have any running in your body, it may come in. If it does, it's okay. It's just a thought. It's just a thought you have, and it's just an emotion, which then triggers those feelings you have within you, which you could feel scared. Okay. With all of these mechanisms that you have in your body, understand or remember again that you are more than all of these. You're not actually any of these at all. No, you're not. You are love and light and the sound of love and the light of love in every perfect, beautiful way of every possibility. Yes. And all that has happened is that you had created a time coming in here with some very interesting funk, I do have to say. I know I sure did. Yes. Which were just the opposites of who we are. Limiting beliefs, which just means they're distorted. They're not actually true. They are actually made up by the concepts and the experiences that we had, that we created from the viewpoint that we had in each of those moments. And when we were very little, everything was very literal. When we were very little, everything was very literal. How about that? Yes. And we may have totally misinterpreted many things that may have happened. And some of it could be actually very true too. And that's okay. And you really totally understand that you may have lived in very rough times. I know I did. I was really scared of my dad. He drank a lot. And there were, and then he would beat the crap out of my brothers. And so, and then I would get spankings too. So whenever we have been ever hurt for whatever reason, it does, your subconscious mind will create beliefs about that so that it can protect you. This is just the mechanisms that we have within ourselves. And the gift is that we can change these. Yeah, we can. We can activate our self-worth again to realize that we are so worthy to be completely unconditionally loved and accepted. For forgiveness, that we can open our hearts. Yeah. And let go of whatever interpretations we had of anything and begin to see anew in a new way. Yeah. The love and light of each one that's here and the love and light within your own self. Yes. Self-forgiveness is a huge one, and also forgiving others at the subconscious level of the mind. Because what it does is it allows you to open up your heart in a higher expansion, in a more beautiful way. And with that, yeah, a bit of patience will come in for you. Because then what will come in next is then you then get to be able to open up into unconditionally loving yourself. So to begin to look at any areas that you are judging yourself, having that conditioned love, or thinking you're not good enough. Yeah, those are just all made up programs in your mind, and you can change those. Absolutely. I know I have, and I continue to do, and whatever pops up, I thank it for being there, and I change it with the gift of Psyche. Pretty cool. Ooh, because unconditional love is everything, because it means everything is open, and that's where patience is. Patience is here to gift you, to let you know that everything happens in your divine timing, in perfect divine timing. It really does. And you have a choice to have things become easier and living in the flow, or to have it be a struggle and hard. You get the free will choice of that. So we welcome you to come learn Psyche and change into the flow, into things becoming easier and with a bit of patience. Yes, we're talking about patience today, and the wonder that it's able to bring for you once you are able to clear any fears or restrictions with time, or thinking that that a bad outcome is going to come. Those are like the three big restrictions that then instigate impatience within all of us. Yeah, how would you like to shift and identify what those are, being able to transform those and actually reprogram your subconscious mind so that you can actually run that, yeah, I am safe, and that I have all the time in the world, and that I am worthy, and that I am good enough, and that I have the whole world here for me. Yes, that's when the wonder gets to come in. It does. And then patience is right beside in that wonder with you. Absolutely. Woo, because patience, Patience is actually absolutely amazing. Let yourself actually tap in a little bit into patience right now, if you can. Think of, yeah, how patient am I? Let yourself give yourself a little bit of a gauge. From 0 would mean that you have zero patience. You're so impatient, it's ridiculous. And then all the way to 10, which you are completely have all the patience. You have all the time. Everything is working in complete flow and synchronicity for you. And it's just fun and blissful. Yeah. So ask yourself, where are you on that? Being honest and truthful is super huge in recognizing. And there may be some areas that you're patient in, which is absolutely beautiful. That's your strength. And there may be areas where you're impatient in with yourself. Okay. I know for myself, when I would be on the computer, I would get very impatient. A lot of it because I didn't like the computer very much, or I didn't like technology. It's funny how that, if you don't like something, impatience will then definitely show up with that too, because it's actually an edge of like, oh, it's like I'm wasting my time, or why is this happening? Or if you give an effort, you put effort into something, you want to do something, but you're not getting the results. Oh, impatience will show up. Absolutely, it does for me. Because I'll be like, okay, because I know how valuable my time is. I know how valuable every moment is here that we literally have, to be able to create in the positive. So how about this? Instead of getting frustrated, my old way was I would get super frustrated, and you might get frustrated too. That's just a dense energy that we will drop into if we are impatient. Okay. And then if you really, really, really continue with the frustration, it'll dive down deeper down into anger, or maybe even rage, or maybe just lose your emotional state with that. These are just all indicators for you. Okay. So if you get any impatience, that does lead you down into frustration or irritation. If you can, allow yourself to stop, to pause. That's that slow down. And give yourself 3 slow, deep breaths. Until you learn Psyche, definitely use your breath. Okay? And even with Psyche, I use my breath too. So we take a breath. When you breathe and you hold your breath, and then you release with your mouth, long and slow. And do that about 3 to 5 times. You then change your nervous system. Instead of that sympathetic nervous system of the frustration or the anger or the fear that is triggering you, that then releases the hormones of the fight, flight, freeze response. You get to shift that, with your breath into the parasympathetic nervous system. And that is the beautiful part of your system that does love patience. It's the being state. It's that all is well state. That yes, I am safe, and all is good. Yeah, you literally can help yourself shift with your breath. And in that breath, all you get to do is focus on your breath. So if your mind is running and racing, that's okay. It's just because of the fight, flight hormones that are running through your body from the fear or the frustration or the impatience. Okay. Whew. Didn't just say breathe, breathe. You can even use a word or a mantra that can help you. Like, I know for me, I say all is well, all is well, all is very well. Okay. And breathe. Because it allows me, this is where the masculine part of you comes in, it allows you to have a focus. And when you can focus on just one thing, it's precious for you. A lot of times our mind will go into lots and lots of things, and that creates a lot of impatience. It does. And you can change it. You can just focus on one thing. And a simple thing is your breath. How simple is that, huh? Yeah, so we breathe at every moment. You take your first breath here and your last breath here for your life. It is your life force. So allow that to be one of the most helpful tools for you here is your breath. And with your breath, you can step into patience again. Literally. Yeah. And maybe even when you take a breath, you can say, I am patient. You might not feel it in the beginning. That's okay. I let myself step into patience. I surrender and invite patience in. There you go. Exactly. You can create yourself and you can move in a new direction in any moment. You can. We get to. Absolutely. At any moment. Because you're love. And love can do all. It's really pretty amazing. You're powerful beyond measure. Ah, and the gift is you get to dance here. Dance with what's going on with your life. If you have impatience, like which is what I definitely had. And I would do have to say, probably on the scale of 0 to 10, I'm probably at a 7 now. I would say, yeah, pretty much 7, 7.5, maybe. Yeah, I definitely have some work to do. Absolutely. And it's my journey and all of our journeys. I definitely am a fast person. And if I'm talking too fast, even in this talk, have grace with me, have patience with me. A lot of it is because of my joy and my love. Just woo! It's like a gamma ray energy of super fast, and then a lot with my breath and with grounding and rooting in deeply with Mother Earth. We can slow down, yes, and invite patience, yes. To be not, like a nice warm blanket on us. Yes, to know all is well. We're doing well here. We are. Whatever's going on, we're changing it all. We're bringing in the new earth right now. Yes, we are. And you're doing it. You are doing it. You are so magnificent. You are so vital and necessary. That's why you're here. Yes, it is. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for however you are right now. Okay. I know a lot of us may judge ourselves or may think, oh, I could do better. I know. I've done that too with myself. And I'm letting that go. I really am. And why don't you come join me with that, okay? Because patience is going to help us with this. To say, hey, you know what? From now on, I choose to be patient with myself and patient with others. Oh, and how beautiful that is. Yes, because now you can begin to open with your heart and run from your heart instead of your mind. Run with your heart. Uh, Move and work with your heart and allow it to flow from your heart. Yeah. Today, this morning, I went to go get my tires changed. I have winter tires and I switched them to summer tires at Discount Tire, and they're really beautiful there. And when I went there this morning, the young men that were there, they were just amazing. I just love noticing. I don't know if you do too, but I love just witnessing and noticing. And I was amazed because I knew I was going to do a talk about patience. Like, oh, how is my patience here while I'm here to go get my car, switched over and getting some work done? Because, our minds will say that. Well, I brought a good book because I knew I was going to just enjoy myself if I would be there for like that hour. And then just open up in patience and just say, I have all the time in the world and enjoy that. Well, things changed. I guess I had one of my tires wasn't doing so well. And so thankfully they didn't want to put that tire on because it had some rips in it and things like that. So the gentlemen that were helping me had to go order a new one, which means I'll go back later today to go get it fixed. My old self would have been impatient with that. Oh, heck yeah. I would have been like, what the heck? Why can't you have one in stock already? No, you have to order one, right? So it's funny how like parts of us will come that we will judge or will think things have to be perfect or that whatever, they're not doing something right. And actually all those pieces, if you respond in that way, and that's how I used to respond, was because I had all those within myself. Those are things I was judging in aspects within myself. Well, this time, thank goodness, because I use Psyche to help me balance a whole heck of a lot of stuff within me so I can be more in my love, in my peace, and my joy. That I was like, wow, okay. Because with patience came right in with me. And I was so grateful. Say, all right, well, things are going to change. And the wonder, I let the wonder in that, you know what, it's going to even turn out even better. That when I go back in the afternoon, all will be well and things will work out well. And when you know at the subconscious level of the mind that everything is here for you and that you get to let go when things happen that you don't expect to happen or want to happen, and be able to have a viewpoint to say, okay, well, we are just going to roll with it with a bit of patience and accept and allow and then surrender and accept what is. These are all the gifts that patience brings for us. The other beautiful part is that the young men that were there helping me is that they were patient, and I love that. A lot of that could be with my energy, because whatever your energy is, you do affect everyone around you. We all affect each other. We do, based on the beliefs we have and based on the vibration that we run. And because I was in patience and I was patient about what is and accepting of what is, that they were very relaxed and took their time for all the things that they had to do to go order me a new tire and set everything up. And it just worked out really beautiful. So the gift with us is that with patience, what will come into is gratitude. Gratitude is really amazing. Yeah. So I was like, wow, I'm really grateful that they're so kind and open with their time. They gave me all their time and all their attention to help assist me so that I can have, safe tires and functioning things. How beautiful is that, right? Yeah. So ask yourself, how are you doing with each interaction when you are with people? Are you patient with them? Are you patient with yourself? Do you offer grace and kindness, love and peace? Hmm. If you do, that's absolutely beautiful. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you don't, it's okay. It's just where you are right now. I know, believe me, I have forgiven myself for all the crazy ways I used to act and be here. Woo, heck yeah. And I know, and I am thankful for anyone that I ever interacted with before, that may they be able to forgive me or give grace to me in some way. And then the gift too is then I can have compassion, and you can have compassion for others, the people that are impatient. So if someone's coming in that is super stressed out, that is scared, or going through a really, really tough time right now, then they may be quite impatient, and that's okay. It's just a gauge. Impatience is just a gauge. And if you can catch it before it gets to frustration. And that's the gift. Because you can say, oh, I'm being a little bit impatient. How do I want to be instead? Okay. I choose to let myself know that things are going to turn out good and that I have all the time in the world and that I'm safe. Okay. And definitely when you have psyche, you can check in at the subconscious level, because if you have any programs running that are blocking that, you get to remove those blocks. And that's the biggest gift here, is have your path be clear so that you can be the love of who you are. Oh, we're going to take another short break. Thank you for being with me today. It's been such a joy. We will come back to close it up here a little bit to learn more about how you can learn psyche or make the changes with using psyche. Today we're talking about patience. Yeah, and how we can open up to having ourselves feel more patience and to be more patient with ourselves and with others in our life, and that we can receive the wonder that patience can offer for us, and even the gift of slowing down a bit, to stepping outside of time and to be in the now moment, to experience each moment right here, open, knowing that all is well, knowing that you have everything it takes to create an amazing, beautiful life, and to experience the joy, the bliss, the wonder, the play here, so you can have fun. Yes, the show has been about changing your funk to fun. And with that, one of the most precious things you do is that you can change impatience into patience. Yeah. And how you do that is by identifying what is triggering the impatience. What is it within you that is having you feel impatient? Those are great questions to ask yourself. Yeah. Are you afraid of something? Are you worried that a bad or a worse outcome is going to happen? Do you feel very restricted in your time, or feel out of control, where you don't feel like you have control of your life or of your situation? All of these pieces is what Psyche is here for you to be able to help make change in an easy, fast, effective, and powerful way that's long lasting. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So with Psyche, there's two options. You get to either have a private session with a Psyche facilitator. I am a Psyche facilitator, and there's many across the world. Yes, where you can have an hour session with me. And then with that, we will be asking these questions with you. And then the gift is you're going to find the answers within you of how do you want things to be instead of that? How do you want it to be in your new way? And then you'll create goal statements. You'll create new ways of being, new programs at the subconscious level of the mind that the subconscious can understand. So my role is to hold the unconditional love for you and acceptance for you so that you can feel safe enough to go into those vulnerable spots within you and make those changes in a very fast and effective way. Yeah, with the gift of Psyche. Isn't that cool? You can transform perceptions, and you can also reprogram your mind with how you want things to be. And then what you get to do is then you get to begin to feel better. You begin to do things that you couldn't do before. And then the gift is that, oh my goodness, patience is going to be becoming your new next best friend. Huh? Isn't that nice? Yes, because if you have been impatient with yourself, well, we welcome you to being in your new way, to living in the world, in the land, where patience is your natural way of being. Yeah, because it is. It's right here for you. Yeah, where you get to know that you feel the love, the openness. Your heart is open. You have all the time. You have all the wonder. Things come to you in a flow and synchronicity. And that, yes, you're going to do things. You're going to create things. You're going to, may even face challenges. It's absolutely. You get to do it with your high energy level of love and patience, knowing that you got this in your perfect divine timing. And that's the gift. Yes, when you anchor in and become aligned, that your timing is impeccable. It's perfect for you, exactly how it's meant to be. Absolutely. So we welcome you, either a private session if you're ready to start getting the changes now. And then the other gift is you get to learn this for yourself. So you can use this daily. I use it daily for myself to checking in, especially if I'm not feeling very well. I used Psyche this morning. I was feeling definitely weird, overwhelmed. I'm going through a big life change right now. And a lot of sadness is coming in. And patience has been helping me because going through a divorce, it's been a gradual shift and change. I am moving out on Saturday. And I just shift. I shift how I'm feeling and I put in how I want that. Yeah, I do trust. And I am patient with each step I'm taking and loving myself through this process. So you get to do this too. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be teaching some workshops. I'm one of 30 instructors across the world that teach this, and I live in the Michigan Metro Detroit area, and I do teach all over the world. Next weekend I'll be in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. There's 3 spots left, and then it will be filled up. So you can go to my website, igniteandhealyourlife.com. Igniteandhealyourlife, LIFE.com. Igniteandhealyourlife.com. Yes. And if you say, heck, you know what, I'm ready to live a land of patience and openness and wonder and bliss, and literally you get to create your life in the most beautiful way, we welcome you. If this is too soon for you, then in May I'll be teaching in Florida. So Fort Lauderdale, Florida, May 19th to the 21st. So also on my website, igniteandhealyourlife.com, to register for that. Yay! So in June, I'll be back in the Metro Detroit area. In July, I'll be out in Berkeley, California, and in Alaska. So anyone wants to come learn this in Alaska, come on up. We'd love to have that. Ooh, oh, and in June, actually, I'll be in Israel too. So hey, people in Israel, come on over. We'll be filling up there too. So how about that? And then August, I'll be in Kentucky. So there's lots of places. If it's meant for you, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. That's what this is all about. You are so beautifully being guided in each moment. Yes, by your divine, amazing love that you are. The more you can open up these channels, the easier life does become, and the more enjoyable and more patient that we all get to be, which is absolutely amazing. So, this has been a great time connecting with you. I hope even just in this hour that you are already feeling a little more patient with yourself, because you get to breathe. That's the first thing. And then choose your new direction. Instead of thinking of what you don't want, think of what you do want. Because wherever your focus is, that's what you're going to grow. So focus, wow, ask some questions. How can I become more patient? What can I do? So I can have my time open up and work with me and for me, and that life works with me and for me. Yeah. Changing your perceptions and changing your beliefs is one of the most powerful ways that you can do this. And this is why I'm here, is to help people in this amazing, fast-changing times, and to awaken, to say, yes, we really can do it. We're this powerful. We certainly are. We're going to become superheroes. Heck yeah, and superhumans here. So if you'd love to come join us on that, oh, heck yeah, come on the ride. Time to leave the battleship and the pirate ship. Jump onto the sailboat of life. And this is the sailboat of Psyche. Okay. And then let yourself take you to your love of your life, the love of who you are, the love boat and the love island and all of that. We literally get to do this. We are the ones creating our lives and experiencing here. So may it be a magnificent one for you. You matter. You do. You're so vital and so important. And we welcome you to open up to more patience, more love within you. Thank you for being with me today. You have a magnificent day.